I present you the ultimate travel guide to Saas-Fee, the village of the glaciers. Located up in the Swiss Alps, you find this town that has numerous attractions to offer, from great skiing to seeing the glaciers from close, adventure, hiking, and so on. In this video I show you the best things you can do during your stay up in Saas-Fee in the region of Saastal. So strap yourself in for this amazing holiday destination. Hello everyone, I'm presenting you the probably most complete travel guide here on YouTube about Saas-Fee and the Saastal. I've been over 6 times doing all the seasons and I really do know a lot about this holiday region. Now let's get started with the first thing, and that would be the arrival. Traveling to Saas-Fee works similar as going to Zermatt. You need to head to Fischb first. From there you can take a bus up to Saas-Fee. If you arrive by car, this roundabout at Saas, you need to take the third exit that leads you to Saas-Fee. As Saas-Fee is car-free, you need to park right in front of the village. It's the same principle as in Zermatt, no external cars are allowed. However, the big difference here is that you can park your car in front of the village without having to take an extra train. And then let's proceed to the first attraction, and that would be the Mittelallalin. Let's start with the most known attraction. To head up to 3,500 meters, you will have to make your way to Saas-Fee. Take a longer cabin up to Fellbach and then change to the Metro Alpin. By the way, the Metro Alpin is the world's highest located funicular. After you arrive at the Mittelallalin, you have a great panorama over some of Switzerland's highest summits. You can see the Dome, the Allalinhorn, as well as the Strolling. The views do not differ too much between summer and winter, just that the amount of snow will be greater during winter, while in summer much of the mountain rocks are exposed. You probably did not know, but the Mittelallalin hosts 3 world records. The first one I've already disclosed with you. The second would be the world's highest located revolving restaurant, which is a great place to go for a lunch. Not only can you enjoy great foods in here, you also have a beautiful and changing panorama to look at. The world's largest man-made ice cave is also located in here. The attraction is called Ice Pavilion. However, since 2024, this attraction is no longer open due to the rapid advancement of global warming. Before I'm going to present you all the other attractions in Saas-Fee and the Saastal, let's first take a look at the village of Saas-Fee itself. Like Zermatt, the village of Saas-Fee is entirely car-free, which makes it great to explore on a walk. Everything up here feels unhurried, it's not as crowded as in Zermatt, and the village is notably more spacious. In Saas-Fee you have a nice village with a stunning view up to the glaciers, which reach quite far down. This is why Saas-Fee managed to become a hub for tourists despite having no Matterhorn view. Many people give Saas-Fee often the title the village of the glaciers. Winter might not be that noticeable, but during summer the glaciers are perfectly visible as the snow around it already has molten. In Saas-Fee you have a couple of nice alleys, a unique modern church with a triangular bell tower, and a historic corner full of traditional houses. So this here is the old part of Saas-Fee, and I highly recommend you to come here. It's very beautiful. Here you have absolutely no cars, no vehicle disturbing you. And what's super cool, you can even pass underneath. So this is definitely a very good spot for you to take some memorable photos with your friends. And yeah, I really love it because it's on a rock. So this is something very unique in here. So make sure to not miss it out. Now, if you don't know where the old part of Saas-Fee is, it's just next to the tourism office. Whether you come here during summer or winter, it's very nice, certainly quite different. To be frank, I prefer seeing this old town section during summer. Also quite nice is the trail along the river Feeblitz and the deep canyon that will take you back to the bridge. The view is really impressive. Furthermore, nice to know, if you come here during winter, you can get around the town by this train. It's covered by the tourism tax that you pay at the hotels. Very practical if you don't want to carry your skis all the way to the lifts. In the later afternoon, many bars will offer après-ski partying, a very common tradition in the Alps, With that, we celebrate the end of our skiing for the day. Should you want to stay overnight within the region during summer and autumn, then I have something amazing to share with you. If you stay at any of the selected hotels, then you can get a Saastal card, which is going to offer you free public transportation within the region, as well as the access to various cabin rides. Furthermore, with that card you can get discount for various attractions. This is definitely a big game changer if you're traveling as a family. With that, you're going to save a lot of costs. Be aware the card is only going to be valid for the number of days you're staying within the region, and all of the hotels that I'm going to present you later, they're part of this Saastal card program. Another must, especially during summer, would be heading up to the Langfluh. Overseeing the glaciers from close, well, then head up to the Langfluh. For that, you need to take 2 cabin rides, first up to Spielboden, and then you need to change to a second one to arrive at the Langfluh. On your way, you already will see the glaciers, which is really impressive. As you arrive, you'll find yourself in a glacier paradise. Wherever you look at, the glaciers are surrounding you. Towards the southern part, you will have this steep cliff with the glaciers at your feet. The view looks very dramatic, but absolutely wonderful. Now having lunch here on the Längfluh, it's really fantastic with this view with the glaciers in the background. I think it's something very unique. It's now peak season, it's early August, and there are actually not that many people here, which makes it really relaxing. I'm having local food here, rösti with sausage and onion sauce. My friend Hanafi is having rösti with creamy mushroom sauce veal. Yeah, a really great place to be at. If you come here during summer, the glacier will be nicely exposed. In my opinion, that's the best season for coming here. You can also witness how rapidly the glaciers are melting. They've lost much of their mass over the past decades, and in probably 10 to 15 years, they'll be no longer at the Langfluh. Currently, you can still enjoy a brilliant vista, and you can even go for a hike. Also consider heading to the northern part, where you can see more glaciers. Super easy, but bring good shoes and do not be too adventurous. Remember, do not stay up for too long. During the summer season, the last cabin heads down by 4:30 p.m. Otherwise, you will need to hike all the way down. Now, before I'm going to present you the other attraction, first I'm really curious, what do you think about Saas-Fee and the Saastal? Please let me know down in the comments. Really curious to read your opinions, and also if you enjoyed this video until now, then please give it a like. With that, it would give me a lot of support. You probably also want to know where to stay at, so I can recommend you 3 hotels. First of all, the Hotel Kristall-Saphir in Saas-Almagell. I really like that hotel, it's very convenient, so this is great for people who do not want to stay in a luxurious hotel. You have very cozy rooms, and then you also have a gym, you even have a spa, which is really great. The restaurant is also great to dine at. By the way, on every Tuesday night they do have raclette evenings, which is really great. Buffet is, wow, really incredible. And this hotel is also really greatly located because you just have a bus stop right next to it. If you want to head up to Saas-Fee, that's going to take about 10 to 15 minutes. And also proceed to the Mattmark Dam or even to Saas-Grund. So really great, and you don't have to stay up in Saas-Fee. Now talking about Saas-Fee itself, over there I can recommend you 2 hotels. The Hotel Walliserhof, this one is rather luxurious, it has a really great spa. And then another one would be the Hotel Capra. That's definitely a very nice hotel to stay at if you want to be in Saas-Fee. It has a really great spa area, swimming pool, even an outdoor whirlpool, very nice. The service is also very good, the rooms are very cozy, and it also offers you outstanding views up to the summits, especially the Allalinhorn. To be very transparent, I had a paid collaboration with the Hotel Capra in Saas-Fee and also the Hotel Kristall-Saphir in Saas-Almagell. Alright, now let's proceed to the next attraction, to the waterfall at Saas Balen. Before I will go back to the other attractions of Saas-Fee, let's head to Saas Balen to see one of the most unique waterfalls of Switzerland. It's a double waterfall that can be reached in only 5 to 10 minutes from the parking lot. During winter it's frozen, while in summer you can walk down on this ridge and take this fantastic shot which Johannes suggested to me back in 2021. The Fellbach waterfall is perfect for a quick stop before heading up to Saas-Fee or for on your way back home. Be aware that around mid-afternoon there will be no more sunlight. Great, and now we continue with Saas-Almagell with the dam called Mattmark. Saas-Fee and the Saastal are a true paradise for hikers. Let me introduce to you an easy but different kind of a hike. Take the road starting from Saas-Almagell and get out at the Mattmark Dam at where you can go for a hike around the lake. The scenery keeps changing. First you have a tunnel, then you pass by a waterfall. The impression of the lake is always going to be different and you'll see various summits. Overall, the hike will take about 1.5 to 2 hours, easy for families or people who are not that fit or simply do not like doing steep hikes. Might be a bit crowded during summer, but if you come here during September, October, you have barely anybody. That's by far the best time to come here for a hike. Great, and now let's change to Saas-Grund. Let's go to Kreuzboden. Chill out at one of the lakes, well, then head up to Kreuzboden by taking the cabin lift from Saas-Grund. Enjoy a nice ride through the spruces and larches while facing Saas-Fee and the iconic Allalinhorn. At Kreuzboden you can go for various activities such as mountain biking during summer and autumn. You can also have delicious foods at the restaurant or you can relax at the lake called Kreuzbodensee. From there you have a great vista over various peaks. If you stand in front of the lake, you'll have this brilliant impression with the Allalinhorn in the background. You can even head further up to Hohsaas. Might be interesting to go there by bike, as you can get close to the glacier, something I yet have to try out. We're changing back to Saas-Fee. If you want to go for a hike, then go up to the Hannig. Saas-Fee is a hiker's paradise. Easy hikes can be started from the Hannig. You can take various trails that lead you back to the village, some of them taking you closer to the glaciers. The Hannig is nice for families to visit, especially since there's a big restaurant with a playground right next to the cabin station. I really had a great time with Hanni at the Hannig. We certainly will consider taking the trail leading to the glaciers next time. This is a super fun attraction. It's one of these alpine roller coasters that will make you produce a lot of adrenaline. The ride is easy, safe, and you can choose to run at your own speed. Just remember, always brake before the curves to again accelerate. We're heading back to Saas-Fee. You also really need to go for skiing. If you prefer it very snowshoe, I guess there's probably no better resort than Saas-Fee Saastal. Most of the upper tracks are on the glaciers themselves, which is quite a unique and cool feeling if you bear in mind that under the snow there's a massive layer of ice. The big advantage of skiing at Saas-Fee are the very long tracks. You can do one run from the Mittelallalin down to Saas-Fee in about 20 to 30 minutes non-stop. How cool is that? Up in Saas-Fee you have many options: ski at Morenia, sunny Längfluh with the glacier views, or heading up to Plättchen to enjoy a beautiful panorama before skiing back to the village. If you enjoy skiing but you prefer it a bit sunnier, then you can change to Saas-Grund and go to Kreuzboden. While you're spending your winter holidays here, do not only limit your skiing to Saas-Fee. Also head to Saas-Grund to access Kreuzboden and Hohsaas. At Hohsaas you can ski on the glacier itself, but considerably better soaking up the sun. Saas-Grund, Kreuzboden and Hohsaas, they are very snowshoe while being also very sunny. Only at times it's quite windy up here, which makes part look like the snow already has molten. You have to say, I quite like the landscape up there, and it's also amazing for skiing. So many things you can do in Saas-Fee and the Saastal during all the seasons. Now if you want to know how it is in Zermatt, then I'm going to see you in this video.